hearing myself in these videos is so humbling. This video I'm just doing a wee introduction to just now. It was I filmed it actually, all the footage that you'll be seeing maybe in these videos and some of the other ones I still to post was all super mixed up because some of the projects I was wanting to keep in little cohesive videos, but were filmed over a few weeks because I really want to show you how I set up the guinea pig home, because I did some painting fun stuff with that, but I only have just got all the footage together now, so I've got that one, and I've also, because you'll see in this video that I've set up quite a lot of my room. Oh, hello magpie. God, it's so bright in here. Does it look daft if I put these on? Oh Jesus, I can't wear these. I'm just gonna have to bear it. But yes, this video is just me putting some books away, but yeah, you'll see that some of my shelves and stuff I've already set up, but that also will just be another video because it just looks all nice together. But God, is this a really bad angle? Maybe. Hopefully you'll enjoy some of this book content. I kind of wanted to switch between doing proper tidying and home stuff and then maybe some talking about books, so don't worry, I think the guinea pig video will be next, so that'll be super cute. Was this whole thing too close? Oh, it's so pretty. God. It's a book about my work, and I don't know whether I want to dox myself on. But it's a cool book. You can take what you will from it, and it's got a lot about the people who used to do my job. I like to dox myself. You can have a clue. Here's another book that I found interesting. And another one. Right now, I don't know how. I think I kind of just making little subgroups. So this pile has got Thomas Hardy, D.H. Lawrence, Dickens, Henry James, Evelyn Waugh. This pile, which is funny, so recently, I wonder if can you actually see me? Basically, found my, this was my favourite book when I was about 12, and I found it when I was starting to pack up my old flat, and I had the two other books by the same author, which I loved when I was 12, I think, and then reread Forgotten, which was my favourite one, and oh my days. It wasn't great writing, but I know it is a young adult book, but it's so hard to judge reading it as an adult in my 20s, whatever. But yeah, they did reawaken some of my 12-year-old fantasies, if you will. But when I found them, I tried to remember that there was another series of books that I was obsessed with when I was about the same age, and I knew it was about fallen angels, and I could picture the cover so clearly, and I remember talking to my friend about it and trying to figure out what it was, but the problem is if you type in early 2010s fallen angels, dead teenagers, high school teenagers, there's a lot, and all the covers exactly the same, and I was so annoyed because I just really couldn't remember the name of the series. And then I was in a charity shop not that long ago, and I'll preface with saying that I knew that the series I read wasn't the most popular one. I knew no one else had read it, but it was on the same vein. But I was in a charity shop like 2 months ago now. I literally almost yelped in the shop because I found it. It was just sitting there, and this is the second book in the series, but as soon as I saw the cover, like the spine, I just knew it was it. And then now that I had the name of the series, I went and bought the rest. So there is 4 of them. This is the one that I remembered the cover. And also the third one, the cover is of like a blonde angel girl, whatever, like slumped down in it. That's the one that I really remembered, but I couldn't remember the actual name, The Beautiful Dead. So I do have them somewhere. It's just funny. So if you're wondering why these are here, I want to read them at some point, which is gonna be funny. But I think I was saying, when you couldn't see my head, I'm basically just trying to sort out all of my books into sort of piles. The pile at the front here are ones that I want to kind of maybe put in the small cabinet or have like dotted around the room because I like them, their covers and stuff, and they all kind of match. So I've got a few that I've read recently that I love. One that I started this about a month ago. I'm 80 pages in and I need to continue it. Some that I already love, some of my favourites. I've got some of my other favourites up there as well, but I've also got ones that I want to read soon. I want to read this so bad, but I'm part of a book club right now that is, we read one big book every 2 months. So currently I am reading 1Q84 by Murakami. It's like split into 3 parts. I've got one copy that's got book 1 and book 2, and this is part 3. The whole thing is like, well, how long is this? Like 500. I think it's like 1,400 pages total. I hate Murakami. I hate him, so I actually am not sure whether I'm going to finish it because I'm about 50% way through book 1. It's just so gross. I read Norwegian Wood. I read that a couple of years ago, and I didn't know anything about Murakami because I was only really getting back into reading him. I didn't really know who he is, so I didn't even know that he was like so popular. And I read Norwegian Wood and I hated it. I hate it. It's probably I have 2 books that I hate the most. The other one is My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Mosh. I'm not saying that right. I can't remember. I hate that book also, but I hated Norwegian Wood. So creeped out by it. Really didn't like it. And then I went online afterwards and realised how popular he was, and then obviously it's kind of split between people who hate him and people who... Oh, there's a receipt in here. Yeah, come back. Is this in French? I think it's in French. It's euros. Hyper U. Nope, not gonna do that. For 28 euros. With 22 pounds off. I don't know. Anyway, I'll leave that in here. I like finding stuff in books so you can use them as a bookmark. I'm halfway through book 1 and I might stop. I almost want to read it out of spite, which it is. But it's just so hard. It's just so gross. It's so creepy, and like just to no end is my I literally just think it is Murakami being an absolute creep because it's just in all his novels. It was so awful in Norwegian Wood. I'm kind of just grimacing on every page of this so far. Yeah, like I said, I almost want to read it out of spite, but it's so long. So we'll see. But the reason I was talking about that is because I'm reading so many big books this year. I don't know if I'm going to get to this. And I really should just put down Murakami and pick up this, but I know I want to really take my time with this because I think it's going to be a favourite of mine. Anyway, yes, so this is the pile of random books that I have read and I love and I want to kind of display or like be a bit more obvious because this door is going to be closed because I don't want my clothes and stuff on show, so this is kind of the back rooms and books I want to get to soon is this pile. I've got a lot of horror books that I'm waiting till the darker months to read, random classics, plays, and then this is like non-fiction, some modern classics and stuff like that, and some more literary fiction. So trying to organise them into piles. I kind of just wrecked them, but never mind. I shall keep going. I'll finish this box, you can see. This is a poetry book. This is actually all of D.H. Lawrence's Sons and Lovers, Women in Love, Love Amongst the Haystacks, and Lady Chatterley's Lover. I have already Women in Love, and I have Sons and Lovers somewhere as well. But this was $3.50, so I couldn't really say no to picking this up. So, because like I don't really want to read out of this, but maybe if I want to read, I really want to read Lady Chatterley's Lover, so I will end up reading it out of here. Sense and Sensibility. I am so excited to read this, and I got this lovely copy for my Christmas, which I actually picked up myself and gave to Matthew to give to me. But this is probably, I've only got two Jane Austens left to read. I've got my little collection up there, so I've still got to read Sense and Sensibility, and I've still got to read Mansfield Park, which I do have a copy. Yeah, I've got this ugly Old Wordsworth Classics edition. It kind of smells, but I'm so excited for Sense and Sensibility because two sisters and their relationship, so very excited for that, so that can go in my extra Jane. Oh, I have I do also have Jane Austen's like unfinished work that was like published. I think these were published posthumously by a cousin, and it's got a, hopefully you can see that. I'm not very good at this because I can't see myself. It's got a little drawing of her in there, so that's her, like, yeah, her other one. So I do have a copy of that to read. This is what my mum gave me for Christmas, a complete Grimm's Fairy Tales, and I just kind of liked the cover. I think it will look nice on display. So, oh, I actually didn't realise it was illustrated. Here's the illustration of God, I hope you can see this. Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf dressed up as her. Yeah, I didn't realise this was. Oh, I'll probably get some good creepy drawings in here. Oh yeah, very cool. Still have two more bags to get through, and I think there's a chance that I have some still at the other flat, but we'll see. I'll show you these. I got these in a charity store, and I think they were like 50p each, and it's pretty much his whole collection. They smell so bad though, but we'll see. I really want to read Great Expectations, and I actually have a Penguin's copy, Penguin Black Spain, so that's fine. And here is my, well, it's not mine, I was lent these by a friend, the Lord of the Rings books, because the last 2 months before we were reading 1Q84, this was for what would have it been, May and June. I actually didn't finish. I read The Fellowship, and then I decided that I wanted to read them slower because I think I wouldn't have enjoyed them as much if I read them all together. And here I just plonked some books up here last night. So Frankenstein, obviously, in its pride and place. Rebecca, I love Rebecca, it's so good. Wait Till Gas to Sea, which I haven't read yet, but Jane Eyre is also one of my favourite classics. Drive Your Plough Over the Bones of the Dead is something I read this year and loved it. And I read my first Shirley Jackson last year because I've really got into horror. Dracula, which is on the reading list for this year. Picture of Dorian Gray, which is my favourites. It was kind of picture of Dorian Gray and Rebecca I kind of read at the start of 2020, or not, in 2020 when I was getting back into reading, what kind of catapulted me back into reading again. So and then the other day I was in a charity store and I got this very epic cover, oh yeah, of War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells, which I've not read yet. I don't know, it was amazing. So I picked it up, I think again, it was like 50p, so it just looks so cool. So I've got that one out on display. I guess you can't really see it, but anyway. So yeah, I'm just trying to get this done before I go to the pub for a Guinness and tonight to see some friends, because I've not been outside. Well, I've been outside, I've not seen anyone since we made the move. There's some more books in there. I got Carrie the other day, so yes, moving on with this. You don't need to see my clothes.